Waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. isn't just random. What if these early hours are calling you to discover something powerful within yourself? Have you ever found yourself waking up in the stillness of early morning, somewhere between 3 and 5 a.m.? You're lying there, wide awake, staring at the quiet darkness and wondering, why now? For so many people, especially as we get a little older, waking up during these early hours becomes surprisingly common. But what if it's not just a coincidence or a random habit? What if there's a reason you're awake at this special hour? In many cultures and traditions, waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. is thought to be a powerful time for reflection, healing, and connecting with our inner selves. Some people even believe that our bodies and minds are trying to tell us something important during these hours. But what can we do to make the most of this time and add real value to our day? That's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. Now, if you've ever had a moment in the early morning where you felt peaceful, or maybe you just found yourself wondering about life, share it with us in the comments below. It's amazing how many people out there might feel the same way, and your story could really connect with someone else. In this video, we'll go over 9 meaningful actions you can try if you find yourself awake at this early hour. These aren't just random tips. They're steps designed to help you start your day with purpose, peace, and a little extra joy. Whether you want a calm beginning to your day or you're looking to add a deeper sense of purpose, these early morning habits might just be the answer. So let's get started. Reflect in silence. One of the simplest yet most profound things you can do if you find yourself awake at this early hour is to take a few minutes to just sit in silence. Now, let me share a story with you about a gentleman named John, a retired teacher in his 70s. John once told me that in his younger years he was always busy, always on the go, worrying about work, family, bills, and everything in between. But after retirement, he found himself waking up early, around 4:30 each morning. At first, he thought it was just restlessness, but soon he discovered the power of simply sitting quietly with his thoughts. John began to use this time for reflection. He'd think back on memories, moments he cherished, people he missed, and the lessons life had taught him. He said this quiet time helped him feel closer to himself and at peace with where he was in life. It was as if he could finally listen to the thoughts he'd always been too busy to hear. Over time, these early moments became precious to him, a time where he could connect with himself without any distractions. So, if you're awake in these early hours, try sitting quietly for a few minutes. It might feel strange at first, but over time you might find that same sense of peace and connection. It's a powerful way to start the day, especially when life has already taught us so much. Practice deep breathing. When you're awake at these early hours, another calming and beneficial practice is deep breathing. It's a simple act, but it can make a big difference in how you feel, both mentally and physically. Deep breathing helps calm the mind and relax the body, which is especially valuable if you're feeling a little restless or anxious. Take slow, deep breaths. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a moment, then exhale slowly through your mouth. As you focus on each breath, try to let go of any thoughts that may be lingering in your mind. Just focus on that rhythm. You might notice how your heartbeat slows and a sense of calm begins to take over. It's almost like giving your mind and body permission to be at peace. Deep breathing might sound too simple to make an impact, but give it a try. It's one of those small habits that can help you face the day ahead with a clearer mind and a more relaxed body. It's a gentle reminder to take things slow and steady, which is something many of us, especially as we age, can truly appreciate. Reconnect with your life's purpose. Waking up in the quiet hours of the morning can be an ideal time to think about what really matters to you and to reconnect with your life's purpose. Let me share a story about a woman named Margaret, who found this early morning practice to be deeply meaningful. Margaret was a nurse for over 40 years. She spent her life taking care of others, giving her all to every patient she met. But after she retired, she started to feel like she'd lost a part of herself, like she didn't have a purpose anymore. One morning, she woke up around 4 a.m. and couldn't fall back asleep. Instead of tossing and turning, she decided to sit quietly and think. She asked herself, "What is it that makes me feel truly alive?" In those quiet moments, she realized that her purpose was always tied to helping others, and even though she wasn't working in a hospital anymore, she could still be there for people in other ways. She began volunteering at a local shelter, helping others find comfort and care. These early morning reflections reminded her that purpose isn't about what you do for work. It's about the impact you leave on the lives around you. So if you're awake during these hours, try reconnecting with your own purpose. Ask yourself what truly matters to you. Sometimes, a few quiet moments are all it takes to reignite that sense of purpose and fulfillment. Write down one thought or gratitude. Another meaningful practice for these early hours is to write down one thought or something you're grateful for. Let me share a story about a man named Frank who made this a part of his morning routine. Frank, a grandfather of 6, had always been a busy man. After he retired, he found himself waking up early, but often feeling like there was little to look forward to in the day. That was until he started a gratitude journal. One morning, Frank decided to write down just one thing he was grateful for. A simple act, but one that quickly changed his outlook. The first thing he wrote down was, "I'm grateful for my health." The next morning, he wrote, "I'm grateful for my family." Day by day his list grew, and he began to notice all the blessings around him. Frank shared that this small habit helped him find joy in the little things, and gave him something to look forward to each day. Taking a moment to jot down a thought or something you're thankful for can bring a sense of peace and contentment. It doesn't have to be a long list, just one meaningful thought that reminds you of the beauty in life. Over time, these small notes can serve as reminders of all the good things that fill your days. Stretch or move gently. In those early hours, a gentle stretch or a bit of light movement can do wonders for the body. As we get older, our muscles and joints tend to get a little stiff, especially after a night's rest. Taking a few minutes to stretch or move helps to warm up the body and prepare it for the day. You don't need to do anything intense. Even a few simple stretches like reaching up to the ceiling or rolling your shoulders can make a difference. Pay attention to how each stretch feels and notice the areas that need a bit of extra care. These small movements not only help your flexibility, but also give you a chance to connect with your body. Gentle stretching is a way of reminding yourself to take things slow and steady, to listen to your body, and to care for it. Starting the day with a little movement can help you feel more energized and ready for whatever lies ahead. Visualize your day. Taking a few minutes to visualize your day can have a surprisingly positive impact. Picture what you'd like your day to look like. Imagine the small victories, the conversations, or the little things that make you smile. Visualization isn't just for athletes or high achievers. It's a simple way to mentally prepare for a positive, fulfilling day. Think of 1 or 2 things you want to accomplish, even if they're as small as reading a few pages of a book or going for a short walk. When you imagine your day in a positive light, you set yourself up for a more intentional experience. It's like laying out a roadmap that guides you toward what matters most to you. Visualizing your day doesn't mean everything will go exactly as planned, but it can bring a sense of purpose and focus. It's a way of preparing yourself for whatever comes, with a calm and positive mindset. Connect with someone special. The early hours can be a perfect time to think about the people who matter most to you. Sometimes, a simple message or a quick call later in the day can bring warmth and joy to both you and them. Relationships often become more precious with time, and nurturing these connections can bring real fulfillment. You could start by thinking of one person, maybe a family member, a close friend, or even an old colleague you haven't spoken to in a while. Just imagining a heartfelt conversation or sending a thoughtful message can brighten both your day and theirs. A few words of kindness, a memory, or even a simple thinking of you can go a long way. In the quiet of the morning, take a moment to remember that relationships are among the most valuable things we have. Reaching out to someone can remind us of the love and support we share, making life feel a little fuller and more meaningful. Set a positive intention. Finally, use these early hours to set a simple, positive intention for your day. It doesn't have to be anything grand. It could be as small as aiming to stay calm, smile more, or show kindness to yourself and others. An intention gives your day a gentle focus, a reminder of the qualities you want to bring forward as you go about your routine. When we set an intention, we're reminding ourselves of what truly matters. Maybe it's patience, gratitude, or simply being present in each moment. Choosing one small intention can change how you approach each task, each conversation, and each little moment that unfolds. So, as you start your day, ask yourself, what do I want to bring into today? This simple question can guide you toward a day that feels more meaningful, filled with purpose and positivity. Over time, this habit can add a deep sense of fulfillment to your life, reminding you that each day, no matter how ordinary, holds something valuable. Embrace the calm with a short prayer or meditation. In the quiet hours before dawn, many find that a short prayer or moment of meditation brings a sense of calm and inner peace. This practice doesn't have to be lengthy. Just a few minutes spent in quiet connection can help release worries and set a peaceful tone for the day ahead. For some, these early hours feel like a natural time to reflect on something greater than themselves, bringing a comforting perspective to whatever the day may hold. Whether it's a prayer, a few words of gratitude, or simply sitting quietly with closed eyes, this moment can help create a sense of inner strength and peace. It's a gentle reminder that even as we age, each day is a new opportunity to find comfort, joy, and meaning. Plan 1. Simple act of kindness. Lastly, consider planning one simple act of kindness for your day. This doesn't have to be anything grand. A phone call to a friend, a compliment to a neighbor, or a smile for a passerby can make a big difference. Older generations have a wealth of wisdom and kindness to share, and a small act can remind us of the power of human connection. Think about one small gesture you can offer, and carry that thought with you. When we focus on kindness, we're not only lifting others, but also bringing warmth into our own hearts. This simple intention can bring meaning and fulfillment to your day, knowing you're spreading a little more positivity in the world.